Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is, of course, Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. Welcome, one and all. All right, let me make a quick adjustment here. My mic is coming in a little low. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Let's increase this a touch. All right, hopefully I'm coming in a little louder now. All right, welcome everyone, of course, to the most exciting 2 hours in crypto podcasting anywhere. As always, we're going to be getting into all the latest market action from traditionals to, of course, deep inside crypto land. Bitcoin, of course, today holding 40K, holding up pretty good. Bitcoin looking pretty sharp. At the same time, it's hard to not to notice that alts are not quite, they have turned up a bit. Alts are kind of a mixed bag today, not exactly following directly in the Bitcoin's move. Alts kind of indifferent to this, and of course the Bitcoin dominance charts kind of reflects this dominance continuing to tick up. Alts seemingly languishing, except for a few picks. Of course, there is some winners out there. Bubbles above here is a little preview of that, so we're going to get into all of this and more on today's episode of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Now, let's introduce our two analysts, as always. The two big-brained analysts here at Cracking Crypto, the guys who bring you the signals every day, the ones who bring you the market analysis, the guys who take you through all your requests. Well, they're with us as always. We have Alex aboard today. Alex, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And Jason. Jason, what's going on?
Oh, you know, just doing better than ever.
Kicking it, all right.
Yeah, just kind of got to get the house ready for the in-laws to come, so pretty busy with that. But other than that,
that's what you were doing all still? Isn't that what you did yesterday?
That's what this week is for, dude. I get lists.
He's got a ceiling to paint and some other stuff.
That's true. I've been putting that off. That's gonna
What's going on the ceiling? Honey, get our daughter out of here.
Get her out. Get her out now.
How'd you kill someone on the ceiling? Oh my god.
Everything's got to be perfect, bud.
Indeed. All right, guys. Let's get into it. You know how the next 2 hours is going to unfold. Going to do a quick review of some of the price action in the last 24 hours. Before we dive into a look at the bubbles, I'm going to cover the news right after that. Shout out our audience right after that. Finally, we will get into Alex's analysis. He's going to take a look at all the markets. Finally, we'll get into the second hour where we look at everyone's requests. So we've got the next 2 hours plotted ahead of us. Let's get into it. All right, taking a look at my trading view window here. I've got a few of the CC indicators on here as always. Yeah, Bitcoin still managing to tick up. We seem to have gassed out. Yesterday's candle topped out around 41,000. Hey, Jason, remember that bottom feeder signal from the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where was that take profit? Somewhere around here, right?
40,313.
Ah, not even 41K. Indeed.
Feeder.
Well,
it took it on
that
the
signal
chin.
actually did get stopped. That signal actually did get stopped out from mine, though.
Bottom feeder really took it on the chin on the first dip down.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
Oh, well,
Can't win
they
them all,
can't all be winners.
Yeah, can't win them all. Otherwise, this would be too easy.
Indeed. What is this? Another DM? What is going on today? Our server is getting overrun with spammers, guys. If you're in the Discord servers, you're getting a lot of spammy DMs. I apologize. We're doing our best.
There's literally nothing that we can do about it. You guys know we did the whole new verification system where people, nothing. There's just nothing we can do to stop them. If you don't like it, complain to Discord, because there's literally not a damn thing we can do about it.
I mean, we can, of course, as soon as we flag them, we ban them, but they, of course,
One thing we can do is turn off DMs for the entire server and make it so that you can't DM someone unless you're specifically their friend. But I feel like that would totally stifle conversation. I want people to, have conversations from our server outside of our server while having to go through all that rigmarole. And, at the end of the day, it's I guess it's more of an inconvenience for most people. I just worry about, that one new person who's been in for a week. I had someone come to me, this was a week ago. Someone came to me, they're like, I need to speak to a moderator. I need to DM them privately. I'm like, okay. You can DM me right here. So he DM'd me and he's like, someone offered me a free 0.53 Bitcoin and I think it might be a scam.
Duh.
Okay, well,
I think it might be a scam.
You are dead on. You're right. It's a scam.
Crack the code, bud.
Yeah, no one is giving away free Bitcoin. But people, I know new people are there, but it's a Discord problem. There's literally nothing we can do, and it makes me angry. But
Yep, it's a lot like the spammy comments I clean out all the time on YouTube. I don't know how Google can allow these people to create so many fake bot accounts, because it's like they have one account, leaves a reply, and then he's got like 20 others that kind of reply and thumb up their comment as well. So wow, spam on the internet is just becoming an overwhelming issue. Seemingly nobody can tackle it. We have some countermeasures, of course, in place here. Despite our best efforts, yes, they still sneak in. Sometimes there's big waves of them, guys. I apologize. We will do our best to clean things up. Bear with us as this unusual wave of spammers comes through our doors.
yeah, the one thing we were able to fix that Discord also did not help prevent is people changing their name to like our names and impersonating us. So. Ben built a bot that if anybody changes their name to anything resembling ours, they just get kicked off the server automatically right that second. But you think Discord would think of that possibility and has to be preventing that? Like, hey, there can't be someone with the same name as one of the administrators, but
they allow it.
Yes, if only were so simple, we would we would live in a better world. Alas, the market turns up and the spammers redoubled their efforts. Go figure. Seems to coincide with positive market moves. The spammers, I guess, were sleeping during the corrective part of this last few weeks, and I guess as soon as Bitcoin cracks support, we gotta deploy. Yeah, deploy the clones, right? All right. Let's get back into it. Yes, Bitcoin here at 40,200 presently, and looking pretty bullish. Most of the indicators are in the green. Kind of tempted to put like a limit order in to try to catch the next wick to the downside and hope that this whole thing continues. I'm kind of eyeing around here the $37,500 mark. Maybe.
I kind of feel like so far we're holding 40,000 as support.
Yeah, even last night I was kind of debating just marketing in on the pullback. We had like a wick down to the 39, I think, overnight. Yeah. But I think I'm going to place a limit order, see if I can catch the next wick to the downside, and try to board this elevator. What could be climbing up? Might be a bit gambly, but we'll see. That's my thoughts on Bitcoin. Watch for my order to hit the Bybit order book sometime soon, maybe today. Let's have a look. What do we have here on Ethereum? Damn, Ethereum. Yeah. Above the baseline at least, and here's Minx crossing above zero. WADA is dead flat. Currently at 25.67, getting sold into after hitting a high of 26.43 during the overnight session. So Ethereum looking okay, but not nearly as solid looking, I guess, as Bitcoin. Not much else to say here. Currently at 25.66. EOS boring, dead, flat, sideways. Here's a look at Doge, 32-cent Doge. Doge just doesn't know when to give up. Doge is still pedaling sideways like everything else. Here's a look at Link. Link's looks a bit like the Ethereum chart. Nothing really to do here. Pretty boring, pretty flat, pretty sideways. XRP, yeah, looks like about everything else. Flat, sideways, boring. Polkadot, marginally different. I do see Minx printed a log signal. Actually, today's printing a log on Manx is not longable. Hit a high of, closed yesterday's candle decently well. Flat unshaven candle, nearly $26 close. Pulled back a bit. It's down near 7% from yesterday's close. Even WADA is starting to turn up a touch. I wonder if this is a decent spot to long DOT from. Maybe I should have longed at the top of yesterday's candle. WADA wasn't really there. But maybe this next pullback, catch it at a good entry. Is DOT one of the tokens that's going to make a move for it this week? Looks alright, looks alright. I'm going to make a note of DOT. Here's a look at Kusama. Not really much doing here except selling pretty hard into back below $400 on Kusama. Minx dipping below the zero line. WADA not there yet, but maybe it'd be viable for a short. Yeah. Let's have a look here. What do we have? Matic.
Into that long signal only for us to end up almost back under the baseline.
Yeah. Here's a look at Matic. It's had 4 positive closes in a row here. 4 days in a row of climbing. Minx finally crossing over the zero line today on Matic. But WADA still pretty negative. Still far from the baseline. But Matic climbing up. Alright. Here's a look at BNB. BNB currently at $368. And yeah, Minx here it is curling up above zero. Pretty flat otherwise on the indicators. Keep my eye on BNB. Looks kind of neutral. Here's a look at Uni. Yep, looking like everything else. Pretty boring, but above the baseline at least. Cardano. Yeah, nothing doing on Cardano. Still pretty bearish. One of the weaker looking ones. But just like everything else, marching mostly sideways. Alright, checking in on GME here. GME full on short signal today from Minx. WADA is above the noise line or the filter line here. Yeah, GME solid descent now from what was a $350 high. So yes, it's down 40-ish% from the highs of late last week. Well, this one's dangerous to play with, but it does look like a full-on short on the table for that one. AMC is quite the opposite, though. AMC setting up for continuation long, or it did yesterday at least. Continuation long, yesterday's candle. And let's see here, if you took it at yesterday's close, yeah, it had 15% move almost in intraday today. So, yeah, AMC looking all right, but kind of wicking up into that resistance area there. Maybe that move is done with. Here's this DFI token. Not much WADA here, not much Minx. Nothing to say here. Looking kind of lame like everything else. And here's a look at dominance really quick. BTC dominance. Yeah, it's been seen a sharp recovery here since last week.
Hey, now you're definitely encroaching on my territory there, buddy.
Yes, that's all I have to say on dominance, gentlemen. I'm going to cut it short here. Cannot step on any toes. Alex has his craft well honed. I'm just a pundit, guys. Let's head into the next segment. Bitcoin 40,300. Go Bitcoin, go. There's a quick look at the overnight price action, including some of my favorite alts on my watch list, and of course some of the CC indicators. Making life easy and pointing me, most importantly, toward longing Bitcoin. It is kind of curly, makes me wonder, is it going to fail here? I actually think we might still climb. Might need to test the mid-40s from here. I would like to sneak a cheeky entry in, but I'll deal with that later. Let's get into the next segment, guys. Here we go. Here's a look at the bubbles today. Man, it's funny. Bubbles changes so quickly sometimes. Just an hour ago, I'm looking at bubbles. It looked pretty lazy out here in the alt space.
Wasn't up that much.
Yeah, here suddenly everything's kind of shifted around a bit, but let's look at some of the top gainers of today. Amp's up nearly 27.3%. Nice. We have the likes of SHIB. Yeah, SHIB. What happened to SHIB? Did it happen in the last hour? Shiba Inu.
Someone said in our chat that apparently they're listing on Coinbase. That seems crazy to me.
SHIB?
It does seem crazy. Like that
Yeah, it
kind of
does seem
just
crazy.
looks bad on Coinbase's part,
I
right?
mean, maybe it's true. I mean, that would certainly explain why suddenly it's up, but it seems crazy to me.
Seems absolutely nuts, but hell, we live in crazy times. Crazier
Yeah,
things have happened.
we've seen crazier things, I suppose.
Indeed,
Goes to a dollar.
SHIB up nearly 20%. Shout out meme coin hodlers. Your SHIB pup is growing up fast. Let's take a look here. Chili's up 18%. Must have turned up in just the last hour or so. Chili's making a big move.
Rhino TD says that's also getting listed on Coinbase Pro.
Damn. Chili's cranked up a notch. Go figure. It, along with SHIB, suddenly turned up hard. Rune up nearly 16%. Here's HBAR. HBAR's back up just 6% today, but hey, it's rounding out the top bubbles. You got Matic up 7%. You got GRT up 10%, and Clay token. Yes, Clayton is back. It's up nearly 15%. Everything else is kind of down or up about single digits. So alt's kind of struggling to get traction here. You'd think with Bitcoin kind of regaining its footing as well, you'd see a kind of a stronger reaction from alts. Alas, that's just not the case. Alts looking kind of lackluster here. Of course, for the few select ones that pump thanks to Coinbase news.
As predicted.
Yes, indeed. There's a quick look at your bubbles, everybody. Let's dive into the next portion of the show, and that's going to be news. So let's see what we have for you today. This first story comes from The Block. Let me see here, actually. Let's do this one. The Block has this article titled, House Democrats Form a Working Group Focused on Cryptocurrencies. Let me make sure this is good. Yeah, it is good. Representative Maxine Waters, Democrat California, who leads the House Financial Services Committee, is gathering Democratic House members in a new working group focused on crypto. Waters briefly joined the FinTech Task Force in a virtual hearing today on the subject of central bank digital currencies. She took the occasion to echo concerns over the growth of crypto before saying, quote, as cryptocurrencies grow exponentially, I've organized a working group of Democratic members to engage with regulators and experts to do a deep dive on this poorly understood and minimally regulated industry. Waters has long been critical of crypto, but she joins the growing ranks of senior Democratic Party leaders to speak critically on the subject in recent weeks, especially since ransomware shut down the Colonial Pipeline last month. Similarly, CBDC-focused hearing before the Senate Economic Policy Committee last week. This is something we covered, Elizabeth Warren lambasted crypto and especially the use of Bitcoin and energy use of Bitcoin's mining. Biden admin likewise has highlighted ransomware as a national security concern. Yes, so Democrats are in charge and they are setting their sights on crypto. It's not all bad, but indeed we've ruffled a few feathers. And I guess suitably so, we're going to be seeing policymakers intervene in some way. We'll see. For now, it's just a task force. For now, it's just a working group. Soon, it might be legislation that cuts pretty deep. We're going to keep our eye on this developing story, but just letting everybody know, the Democrats, they're all over us, guys. I don't know if this is supposed to indicate that they're scared or too much ransomware has really ruffled too many feathers, like I said. All right, let's get into this article here. Bitcoin has been left out of the SEC's 2021 regulatory agenda. That's right, the US SEC has tabled a plan on how it's going to regulate markets in 2021. But the conspicuous exception of Bitcoin and other cryptos from the regulatory agenda is turning heads. Yeah, you'd think that with all of this talk about crypto and Dogecoins and the retail suckers getting fleeced on crypto markets, SEC would have at least a footnote dedicated to what they plan to do with Bitcoin crypto regulation, ostensibly missing from their recently tabled plan and agenda for 2021. Many hope that crypto industry would somehow feature in the regulatory agenda, especially now that crypto, like Bitcoin, has gone fully global and achieved acceptance in numerous economic sectors. Instead, the SEC plans to focus on regulating short-selling events. Yes, go figure. At least the AMC GME debacle, the Wall Street bets guys certainly got a rise out of the SEC. So go figure. There is a shift of focus to regulating short-selling events, something that may be attributed to last year's craze that affected, yes, GME and AMC. This apparent lack of focus on crypto is interesting in that the SEC chairman himself has been actively advocating for Bitcoin and crypto regulation. Gary Gensler, who's SEC's new chairman, was recently quoted as saying cryptos are a volatile asset class and that the public needs protection in the way of regulating of exchanges. While Gensler agreed that some cryptos are deemed securities and fall under its umbrella, others like Bitcoin don't. However, the fact that they're trading on publicly accessible crypto exchanges means that the public needs protection. This protection is currently not in force. SEC chairman has been at the forefront in pushing Congress to adopt regulatory policies for crypto, blah, blah, blah. These haven't borne much fruit. Yes. So the 2021 agenda is surprisingly lacking in any kind of crypto intervention. So despite all the talk, they are still letting it ride. Gentlemen,
did you see that we also didn't get mentioned at the G7 meeting?
Yeah, also came up surprisingly short on comments on crypto. I think they talked ransomware, but not quite the financial regulatory side of Bitcoin and crypto internationally.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's like the Eye of Sauron just passed over us.
Yes, that's a great way of describing it. I love it. Yeah, so I guess coast is clear for maybe another fiscal year, guys. So there you have it. Let's hop into this next item here coming from the Daily Hodl. Crypto crash is a prime buying opportunity, according to Rich Dad Poor Dad author. Yes, the famous Robert Kiyosaki, author of the best-selling Rich Dad Poor Dad, has chimed in on the recent collapse in the crypto markets, and he calls it a prime buying opportunity. In a new Stansberry research interview, Kiyosaki highlights that the key to getting wealthy is to buy when the markets go through a significant sell-off. Quote, you buy low, you sell high, but all these idiots buy high and then whine. I just wait for the crash, and that's just how you get rich. Yeah, I'm sure this is pretty pedantic knowledge, but I mean,
I don't disagree with it, but it's a lot harder to do than he's making it sound.
Yeah, you know what? Even
why are you reading this guy bragging about his trading? What's
nothing. I wasn't gonna spend too much time in this article. I'm sure I was expecting some objections here, but it just kind of goes to show you he wrote a book. Yes, he is kind of he is famous, I suppose, among the retail class of traders and investors. Yes, he's just reminding everyone, and that just kind of serves as a reminder I wanted to mention as well. Yes, when the blood is in the streets, when the panic is real, that's not where you sell and get out, guys. Consider some of these long-term investment opportunities. Maybe never buy the first dip, but at the very least, do not panic when the markets turn the way they did. I guess this is the smart money reminder. Let's get right into the next one. Apparently, here's a little update on the Ripple versus SEC debacle. Well, Ripple apparently scores another big win as the judge decides the lobbying efforts should be kept under wraps. Yes, so we know that the SEC was trying to have the judge reveal exactly internal communications as well as lobbying efforts. Lobbying efforts are now being determined not relevant, to reiterating her previous stance. In the same vein, Ripple's lobbying efforts regarding the status of XRP are not relevant. Any relevancy argument is outweighed by the burden of production. Yes, so I guess the idea here is that some of Ripple's lobbying efforts might have undermined their defense. The SEC wanted to expose that, but the judge, I guess, slapped them down. This is a big win for Ripple. I think some of their lobbying efforts might have dramatically undermined their defense. In this case, the judge sides with them. The SEC is not going to get to bring that forth as evidence. A lot of people chalking this up as a big win for Ripple today. All right, not going to rehash most of this back and forth, this illegal back and forth that's been going on with Ripple and the SEC, but indeed, a win this afternoon for the XRP, apparently. All right, let's get into one more story at least here. Let me check in on the time. Good, got a few more minutes. All right, so E3 is back, guys. That's right, the Electronic Expo, whatever E3 stands for. Yes, the big video game conference, the big one every year. It's back. That's right. Last year it was suspended due to, of course, the whole issue. And it's no surprise that this event brings its news relating to gaming, blockchain, and now crypto. Yes, I'm very curious to hear what sort of blockchain-related projects were on demo at E3. Of course, I think gaming.
Probably going to be that Grand Theft Auto part.
That could be it too, but you know, we've been waiting. This is probably one of the best applications for crypto in the current world, I guess, in the current sphere. Is blockchain-based maybe assets for games, for online games, for MMO type games. Let's see here, anything interesting of note. Let's see here. So this article from Bitcoinist is going to try and shed light on every crypto and NFT project on display at E3 2021. Anything interesting? Mythical Games, pioneer of using NFT in games. Their games implement characters as NFTs, blah, blah, blah. Blancos, blah, blah, blah. An open world multiplayer game. Okay, so we got one game here. Anything coming from a big publisher, that's what I want to know. I don't really care about the indie guys fielding a crypto play. I want to hear about a big AAA developer bringing crypto to one of its games. Do we have anything like that here? Probably not. Venture Beat
using ENJ or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. Jensen Huang talked about let's see here, blockchain Ethereum chose our GPUs, blah blah blah. So we have an NVIDIA spokesperson repping their video cards as miners. Let's see here. Proof of stake, blah blah blah. All right, so Ethereum. Yes, Jason, you're right. GTA 6 making headlines. Could feature. Big rumor, still unconfirmed, but a recent leak. This is something we talked about. GTA 6 is going to feature missions that reward you in Bitcoin instead of cash for completing some missions. Crypto as missions, not real Bitcoin, in-game crypto, of course, as with any rumor, blah 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 blah. All right, nothing too ground shaking over at E3, so let's move on. Come on, EA or Blizzard or one of these other big studios, do something with crypto. Hook up with ENJ and let's completely turn the gaming world.
They make their own internal market within the game. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be super cool. You know, you already have that. Games like CSGO have thriving markets, auctions and like marketplaces for all the in-game assets that are tradable. You know, how long until we move that from a centralized database into something that's decentralized and really puts the ownership in people's hands? Game developers are kind of slow on this one.
You can go intra-game and stuff like that.
Who knows? Maybe there's like exactly that too. But you know, maybe there's like regulatory hurdles. Maybe it's not so easy for a developer to release all these assets into the wild on a decentralized blockchain. Maybe that would cause a lot of headaches. Maybe a lot of that still needs to be kind of gamed out. But let's take a look here. Here's one update on El Salvador. The government in its ministries are currently discussing whether companies should pay salaries in Bitcoin. That's right. The government may very well be paying salaries in Bitcoin. I certainly hope they figured out how to scale all this, because good luck paying thousands or if not tens of thousands or more employees their monthly stipend if they're all going to go through the Bitcoin blockchain itself. But certainly maybe they have something we don't know about. Maybe there's going to be a company that comes in and helps scale it all. But yeah, Bitcoin, they're going to need more lightning, I guess. Bitcoin, El Salvador, match made in heaven. Government employees, get ready to get your income. All right, let's head right into the next one. I got to wrap up the news. And MicroStrategy buying another $1 billion in Bitcoin through stocks. That's right, guys. It's looks like they just keep raising more and more capital. MicroStrategy.
This is starting to sound like DCAing every week.
This sounds like, they bought the 50% dip, and now that we're hit 40K and we're hitting support, it's like, oh, the dip is over, buy more before it takes off. This seems like FOMO. This seems like post dip FOMO. It's like you bought a little of the dip, and now you're like, oh my god, I should have bought more of the dip. We more investors, throw more money. MicroStrategy is to have its first ever Bitcoin stock offering, aiming to raise $1 billion from equity after successfully closing a $500 million bond offering. Quote, we intend to use the net proceeds from the sale of any Class A common stock offered under this prospectus for general corporate purposes, including the acquisition of Bitcoin, unless otherwise indicated in the applicable prospectus supplement, the company said in the filing. MicroStrategy has a market cap 6 billion, blah 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 blah. They have yes. So guys, they're looking to up the ante a little bit more. They want another $1 billion equity offering. Yes, it's gonna be nuts, but clearly they're confident, and whoever they tapped for this 400 million, then 500 million, and now another $1 billion raise. Whoever they tapped for this is clearly on board with whatever they're selling, not just Bitcoin, but whatever narrative they're telling their investors and their clients. They're feeling it, and I guess this is a good time. This is certainly a good time for Bitcoin to shine. With all the goings on in the macro economic environment, with what we see happening with the USD and just global fiat. The world seemingly might be approaching some kind of crisis economically. The MicroStrategy sales guys at their cubicles are probably talking up a storm to all their investment clients, probably feeding into this whole FUD narrative of the global economy. Still interesting to think all this money's being raised, and hopefully it keeps pumping the price forward. Bitcoin go. Finally, Fed meeting preview. I got to wrap it up here. I'm just going to mention, yes, we talked about this yesterday. The Fed's meeting, Federal Reserve Open Market Committee, FMOC, meets this weekend, and all eyes are on Powell for signs on tapering or interest rate hikes. Are they going to hike the rate? Market, I'm sure, is at the edge of their seat, wondering what's going to happen next. All right, I think that's about it here today. How about this? Thai SEC orders exchanges to delist Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, NFTs, and fan tokens. Well, so this is of course in Thailand, but you wonder if there does come a regulatory culling or some kind of regulatory comeuppance in the space. This might be facing Western exchanges. Although, at this point, we have Coinbase seemingly. Is this true? We have to confirm this Shiba Inu getting listed on Coinbase. Could it potentially be ordered delisted by the SEC one day? Similar thing clearly happening in Thailand today. Yes, the meme coins may not have staying power if the regulators eventually deem these tokens non grata. With that said, guys, there's a quick news recap. I do have to get into the next segment, so let's get into the live chat. Let's do it. Here, let's expand out the chat window and see who's kicking it with us this Tuesday afternoon, or, well, Tuesday evening to many of our UK-based listeners. Here's Ron Legato on YouTube. You're here first again, buddy. Shoutouts to Mr. Ron Legato. Somebody's notifications are working. It's that, or you're refreshing your YouTube subscription window right on time every day. Ron Legato, perennial winner of the first in the chat. Dave Rice is in here as well. He's also here on DLive. Thank you for multi-platform following. Rhino TD says, hey all. Shoutouts to Rhino TD. Mr. Ether's with us. How's everyone doing this fine Tuesday? Doing good. Thank you, Mr. Ether. Alex1233 in the DLive chat says, let's go. Yes, here we go indeed. Taz Blitz, a very good evening all. Yes, shoutouts to Taz Blitz. Good evening to you, my man. Rhino TD, evening. Bitcoin is flirting with 40K like it wants to drop. Well, we'll cover that in a minute. Mr. H, who I probably have to mod, maybe I'll do that in a minute. 2 places at once, smash those thumbs up. Yes, indeed, smash the thumbs, guys. The thumbs go a long way on YouTube. I do appreciate anyone hitting the like button. Hey, if you can, leave a comment under the video after we wrap the show. Ernest Agaya on YouTube saying cheers. Shoutouts to you. Gravy, Grits, and Greens joins us on Twitch, writing Biddy looking gritty. Yeah, Biddy looking a bit gritty indeed. Up or down is the question, though. Rokoff over on D Live writing hello. Shoutouts to Rokoff. And Cap Futures is with us. Philip Alexander Carr, Philly Carr. Hi guys. Shoutouts to Philly Carr joining us on YouTube. Mac W. Hey all, hey to Mr. Mac W, Guardian, hiya guys, shoutouts to Guardian, good to see you here. Let's have a look. Rhino TD, I just delete and block them. Yes, that's generally what I do. I delete and block and I clear the conversation. With that said, it's such an uphill battle dealing with all these bots. You'd think these guys would have a more productive use of their time. Alas, that's not the case. Rhino TD, if you're not in the group, you get deleted. Political Bridge, what are your top 3 exchanges and why? Top 3 exchanges, guys? Bybit,
Binance, and FTX.
Yes, as much as it pains me to call Binance out as my top 3 exchange, for the most part, I'm agreeable to Binance. Bybit, Binance, and I'll throw, let's say Bittrex. Bittrex is OG, still does right by me. Bittrex is up there, but Binance, I mean, still no KYC for a basic account. Gotta love Binance for that. Polly B, hey people, shoutouts to Polly B. Rhino TD saying hello. GBU Professor Wally joins us on YouTube, writing Subpool. Yes, sub to you, Mr. Wally. Good to have you back in the live chat. Rhino TD is already mentioned. Let's have a look here. Electric with us on D Live. And let's see here. Vidoosh, haven't seen you in a while. He's here on YouTube. He says his favorites are FTM and PDEX. Okay. Oh no, wait. That's the request. Never mind. I read FTM. I was thinking FTX and PDEX. Yes, the new DEX. Let's get into that in a bit. Alex81SG didn't dot pump because of the Coinbase listing. Was actually thinking about shorting it once the trading opens. Yes, was it a dot listing pump that caused dot's latest rise? I understand why you'd be looking to short the move, but you trade carefully. Mr. Ether, are you highlighting our indicators or shilling your bags? Doing a bit of both, I suppose. A bit of both. But, I mean, do I really have to shill Bitcoin or Ethereum? Come on. Midwest, yes, right, blah, blah, blah. And Cap Futures. ChartX almost under a cent. Wow, ChartX, I'm smoked. If it's under a cent, I'm dead. Just, you know, bury me now. ChartX under a penny. Where did I go wrong? Jack, the new lead analyst. I don't think so. Not after you see my portfolio. After the ChartX gets factored in. I'm wrecked. I'm a goner. Vidoosh, SHIB pumping out of nowhere. Well, maybe not out of nowhere. ICP's down again, says any word. Let's see here. I see your request. Hang tight, guys. Alright, this is a request from Guardian. Never heard of this token, but I'll add it to the list. Stand by. And finally, Ernest the Guy. I think I already mentioned them. And is that about everybody? Let's see here. We need their sites on crypto so they can learn how superior it is. It's that or, you know, honestly, some regulatory reworking where they do make a very clear regulatory landscape and they do kind of open the door to crypto. Could be very good for us. It could very well give the institutional or the green light the institutions need to pour money in. Not all tokens will likely make the cut, but I'm very confident Bitcoin will do very well. Even Ethereum will probably do very well in a kind of harmonized regulatory environment. Let's have a look. Let's get to the last couple of comments. Mike Maker's with us today. Rooster Double R is with us on D Live. Double R Rooster, shoutouts to the new user. Let's see here. Philly says Sony has filed patents for in-console tech for crypto recently. That would be very cool. Something akin, I guess, to the Samsung the crypto environment, the native wallet embedded in Samsung devices on Samsung Galaxy devices. Something like that coming to Sony. Yes, that would be cool. PlayStation.
Did you say something about them partnering with Theta there, Alex? Or talking about it?
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Didn't you say Did you just say something was about Sony and Theta or something?
Oh yeah, Sony Europe joined Theta's validator program a while back.
Man, Theta going places. Theta could very well be a revolution in the space. Yes, Sony partnering with Sony Europe partnering with Theta. Very interesting. Validator program. All right. NCAP futures, MMO, and their gold selling could make that legit. Let's have a look here. On Ernest Agaya, Strike is literally working with El Salvador's government. Yes, Strike. I think I heard about this too. I think Strike might be involved in helping scale their aspirations up. SafePal wallet is built in Binance Exchange. Only sign in with your wallet. No account needed. All right, SafePal wallet. Check that out for additional Binance functionality. John Doe, you guys think that AMP will have a correction in the next week? Hang tight. We'll take a look. I'll add AMP to the auditor question to the request line. We'll get to that in a little bit. Turbo 96 Stang. Let's wrap this up, guys. All Infinity. Daniel. Crazy Chicken Boy. Rot Died is with us today as well. Man, a lot of comments today. RJ Jamal. Blackbird 987. And that's it. All right. We are ready to dive into the next segment, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. It's nice to see so many active users in the live chat as always. Couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate you as always. Thank you for all your comments. But now I'm connecting over to Alex's stream and taking a look at the BTC USD daily chart. I'm going to dive into the live chat and start extracting everyone's requests. In the meantime, let Alex and Jason take you through this next segment. I'll be back.
Okay, well, markets haven't actually moved that much since yesterday. So Bitcoin is still just kind of hanging out above the resistance that we were over here. So as long as we can hold 39,900, 40,000 area, then I think we can just keep going here. Resistance, support. We're still in a long from 37,000 ish, kind of waiting on take profit 1 up here at 41,100 something. Nothing more to say. We're still expecting a movement upwards, most likely towards 50,000. This 49,000, 50,000 area, I think this makes most sense up here. Next resistance level is 45,000, but I think we'll be able to make it through. Nothing happening on Ethereum since yesterday. More sideways. Kind of between two support levels. Still expecting a move up, but ultimately another leg down. Oh boy, this is going to be one of those days. I can already feel myself annoyed by that sentence.
Yep, it's going to be one of them.
All right. Bitcoin dominance still rising. At this time, I think we can expect more upside on Bitcoin than alts. So far, the charts have sort of confirmed that for us. Bitcoin down just about 1/3% today. All the alts down way more. With the exception of Shitperp, which is up slightly today. We got some shit coins that made some big gains. But mid-cap and major alts, nothing really to report. Dixie, sideways day. Potentially Yeah, potentially we'll get a rejection from this level. That would be nice. That would give us more upside on Bitcoin here. Man, it's just one of those days. There's nothing much to say about the markets today. It's just sideways.
Just in limbo.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I was looking at the Dixie from an inverse perspective, and we could come up and tap this area again, right? I mean, we're pretty extended already from our daily baseline.
Be like a test of resistance.
Support, you mean?
Well, if it was flipped the other way, it'd be a test of resistance. Yeah. It's just inverse. But yeah, you could definitely get a press up there, test that trend line again, and then...
Well, I don't want to test the trend line, but just...
you could.
On resistance or the daily baseline. If we tested the trend line, we'd have to break above the daily baseline.
Yeah. You could get a wick through there, though. It's still interesting that the Dixie's just poised like that with Bitcoin the way it is. It's literally like a make or break moment. Like which one is going to go first?
Yeah, it's not super clear from Bitcoin and everything else. I still think Bitcoin is going upwards. The Dow Jones having another rough day.
Perfectly on track.
Could get a bounce from here. We've got a point of control to bounce off of, and potentially trend support. Now this is a speculative line. As you can see, it's drawn off of the daily, these two data points. So we'll see if we can get a bounce from here. Really pissed off. Yeah, it looks pretty rough. Just kind of trading sideways outside of our moving averages and our trends. Down day on the NASDAQ, too. There we go. Exit signal right here at resistance after we made a new all-time high yesterday.
Yep.
Maybe. We could still turn this area into support. We're technically... This is kind of like an upthrust above distribution type situation. We're above resistance, but this could still be a fake out. We reject from this area, especially with this exit signal. So we want to be extra cautious here. But I don't want to suggest that we couldn't keep going, because there's a chance we could hold this area as support.
Nice little pump out of Bitcoin here.
What time frame?
Hourly.
Oh yeah, it looks like we may be holding 40,000 here. So this is, as I mentioned earlier, this is the level that I've been looking at. Where do I have it marked out here? Oh. Okay, well, I think it was this one. I have too many charts. Here we go.
It's almost like you do it every day.
Yeah, I know. This could have legs. We've broken below the lower time frame downtrend here.
Yep.
I guess there's really not much to say about the market today. It's now we wait. Now we wait and we wait to see what happens. Let's look at commodities, and then I'm basically all ready to do, whatever chart requests. It's just we just gotta wait and see, guys. It's gonna be what I guarantee it's gonna be basically what I say for every chart we look at today. Oil kind of having a strong day. That's good. We actually are getting some nice follow through on oil here. We're breaking back above. No, that's right. I redrew this. Yeah, oil looks strong here. I think this could potentially take this up to. I have $78 marked out, but really 78, 80, anywhere in that range. It's a nice take profit level. Corn still looking a little weak here, but holding the uptrend on the weekly. Natural gas sold into after a big few days here. Exit signal. Soybeans did break down here. Should have sorted soybeans.
Okay, yeah. How many times you said that?
Yeah. That's good. This is going to be good for food prices. We need soybeans to go down. Sugar also looks pretty topped out here. This looks like a solid short on sugar. I guess wheat looks a little rough here, but
should have already been in that.
Yeah, I can't even figure out where the trend is. Kind of a messy chart. Yeah. Maybe a ascending broadening wedge type situation. I just wouldn't do anything with it right now. Australian economy is still moving up. Maybe a little topped out today? Huh. Pretty strong looking trend here. We'll see if that holds. Whoa, China getting sold into really hard here. Ooh. This is potentially just a retest.
Yeah, I'd be real hesitant to short that because you'd likely get a big old continuation out of it at the descending channel breakout.
Yeah. Because this is so rounded. This really looks like a bottom right here. We could just be retesting.
Yeah.
And see the trend change. France still going for it. Reclaimed. We didn't even just reclaim. I guess we haven't reclaimed the uptrend, but we have reclaimed the selling downtrend. It's kind of interesting. We've broken back over, or not even back over. We're just now over the line of our sellers, but we haven't reclaimed our buyers line yet. It's kind of interesting. Kind of a rare situation.
Man, world markets have just been an upward march since that March meltdown of last year, right? Crazy.
Just broke 41.1.
Oh, really? Bitcoin still going for it?
She seems to be wanting to go for it today.
Yeah.
Kapow!
Is that? I think that's take profit 1 for us. Yeah. Congratulations, guys.
Oh, we have a group long on?
I'm gonna kill you. Yes, we've got a group long on.
He doesn't pay attention.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Okay.
Big congrats, guys.
That's funny.
Ethereum, as you can see, not following through with Bitcoin here. This is exactly what we're expecting. Bitcoin dominance is telling us that right now Bitcoin is really the best play, and that there's going to be some alts that are diverging. We saw that AMP and SHIB and Cheese and all the other ones that we looked at, that Jack looked at. You know, there's 4 or 5 that are diverging, but for the most part, alts are languishing right now. DeFi, sideways today. Here's ADA, sideways today. Oh, excuse me, this is the 3-day, but it's still. ALGO still below resistance right here. We need more for alts. I just don't think alts are ready yet. We'll see. Comparatively, all these charts we're looking at, they're not up to snuff. Isn't this just a much stronger chart? You just look at it, you're like, oh, this actually looks like it's doing something. Pretty much, I just paged through like a random. It's not technically random; it's in alphabetical order, but it might as well be random. It's just a bunch of different ones, and it's just not that interesting looking compared to Bitcoin in this spot. I guess let's go ahead and look at chart requests.
I'm down for that. Still logging a few more requests coming in now, but I got a generous list to work with. So guys, you're in for a treat today. We're getting into the requests a little early. Should be plenty of time to knock all these out. Let's get into it. Let's quickly rejig the live screen and reveal today's first request. All right. Here we go. First one comes from Vidush over on YouTube. He wants to look at FTM and PDEX USDT pairings. All right, let's start with FTM USDT.
Sure. Pretty similar to a lot of other charts we've looked at in this area, but very different in this area. For right now, I think Phantom can move up with the rest of the market if the rest of the market moves up here. In fact, I would probably be looking for at least a retest of this area. Come back up, retest our point of control. But I also want to see us come down here towards 10 cents, I think. Maybe 15 cents. Because right now, I see us as underneath very critical resistance. So as long as we remain below 40 cents, I think that's incredibly bearish right here. Let's look at this from a logarithmic perspective. You can see we're very overextended from where we formed our base down here. We'll pull back towards 15 cents. It'd be a lot, sure, but it wouldn't be unheard of. This is just
wouldn't be crazy. I like that you can extend that that trend line from the left shoulder there all the way through. If you just consider that pop up a false breakout, it continues all the way down through, and you're still just within that channel.
Oh, potentially. It's just too big to ignore as a fake out.
But she's still obeying that trend on the top.
Ooh.
So far.
So you're saying something is what you're saying?
Yeah. That's what I would be watching, and a break of that would really tell you that you probably got some upside, and there's a lot of room in there.
I don't know. I think it could just be an artifact of, what's it called? Where how human beings pick out patterns. Pareidolia.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. What is that called? Idiot savantism.
It's definitely not that. Yeah. So I'd be looking to get out as near to 45 cents as I could for another leg down, like the rest of the market. What's next? Was Phantom in what?
PDEX. PDEX. USDT pairing.
So is this available here? Yeah, I am going to go ahead and answer what I answered yesterday, which is that there's not enough data. I definitely don't want to answer about PDEX 2 days in a row because nothing has changed since yesterday. It's more sideways. I think you should be buying as close to $15 as you can. I like that we've kind of based here, but there's just not enough data to get any sense of where PDEX wants to go. I think you should just leave it alone. What's next?
All right, shout outs to Vidoosh and posting that request. B-Flow joins us in the live chat. B-Flow just came in. Shout outs to B-Flow who wrote, I'm stuck at Long Beach Airport. Flights can't take off. Systems are down. Can't this trip get any worse? Wow.
Yeah, you might not have Wi-Fi, so you wouldn't be able to watch us.
Exactly. With that said, hope your trip shapes up. Hopefully systems can get restored over at Long Beach Airport. Are you the victim? Are you the victim?
Vacation's got to almost be done.
Yeah, are you the victim of Russian ransomware hackers? Maybe they can pull the airport to see if any users, any clients, any flyers have some Bitcoin to hand over to the ransomware attackers to restore systems. But best of luck in your journey, Mr. B-Flow. Let's get into this next request. I see the request still flying in the live chat. Hang tight, guys. ChartX almost under says ANCAP futures on YouTube. If you could, Alex, I'm curious. He mentioned ChartX. I'd love to take a look at the damage on the ChartX chart.
Okay. Well, we'll just have to see where it goes from here. At this point, it certainly seems like we're going to be retesting support. What's next?
All right, well, there you go. There's your look at ChartX. Let's hop into one of the following. Rhino TD wants to look at some of the latest Coinbase listing tokens. Among them, Chiliz, CHZ, SHIB, and Keep. Let's take a look at Chiliz.
Seems to be a pretty nice movement off the bottom here. Got a nice confirmation of break of trend, then we move upwards. At this point, I'd probably be looking for at least a retest of this support level that we have. What is this area? Will this give me my correct... God damn it.
I know I'm going to jinx it right now, but we have 25 likes and 0 dislikes. That's pretty good. It's usually at least 5 of you out there.
Don't give him any ideas.
I already did. It's too late now.
Sorry, that's what I had to do to get this trend line.
All good.
Just didn't want to give it to me. Yeah, I'd basically be looking to scale out first around 40 cents, and then near the point of control, right around, I guess, 50 cents. What's next? It's Chili's, and then what are the BS?
Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu,
Oh,
yes.
right.
The other BS token. Here's a look at SHIB. Electric in the live chat pointing out that this latest move on Bitcoin has pushed it over to 200-day EMA for whatever that's worth.
If it can hold.
We've got to have a better chart than this.
Yeah, that looks pretty brutal. Let me take a look here. It's the one that ends in 4CE. Maybe you just want to look at the Binance USDT pairing.
I don't, because it doesn't have a lot of data. This is even less. Thanks for nothing, Coin Paprika. There we go. I gotta say, even though it's up 30%, it's actually not that up compared to how much down it is right now. I feel really, really bad for all these people.
Nice round 80% retracement.
Yeah, we're getting to that area, but for right now, we're still underneath this support level. I kind of wouldn't touch it here. We're also underneath the daily baseline still. Because this is a whole 60 we've got right here.
Well, on one hand, buying 80% retracements is hella tempting. On the other hand, it's a stupid meme token that whose pump might be short-lived following the Coinbase listing.
Yeah, I would
Tread
be
carefully.
pretty careful.
Yeah.
And, Coinbase listing means less every time something gets listed.
Yeah. Gotta catch them all, though. That's the motto of every Coinbase user out there. Spread your chips all over the board. Coinbase gonna rival.
I could see if retail returns hard, I could see SHIB doing well. After all, the numbers are very low, and that makes people feel good because they don't understand float and circulating supply. You're like, oh, look, it's underneath a cent. Imagine when it's worth as much as Bitcoin is. You've heard that before, right?
That's probably one of the most common noob attractions in the space.
Yeah.
Cheapy tokens that ostensibly will hit performance like Bitcoin or other. Yes, well, there is your look at SHIB, guys. Finally, the Keep token is being released on Coinbase. Very briefly, let's look at SHIB.
You can see that people have known for a few days that it was going to get listed on Coinbase. People started buying into it really hard on the 10th. That must have been the day they got the news. So insiders have been buying for a few days. We're already up roughly 200% on the news. Yeah, 150%. I gotta say, the chart is not super tempting. Here, let me. Okay, I'll have to do that later. We're at about $250 million market cap right now. I guess it just doesn't. If you're looking for something undervalued, I just don't think Keep is it. It's already. It's already pretty highly valued. I guess if we break this downtrend, then maybe you could look to enter. But I just don't think it makes sense to buy here. You're the last one to be getting this news. People have been buying for 5 days on this Coinbase listing news. It just wasn't Newsnet. It was like insider news. Of course, insider trading is not illegal in crypto right now because crypto's unregulated. So it's just you can see it right there. People have already been buying it. So I don't see this as an opportunity to like get in early or whatever. Yep. If retail was like super interested in buying shit, they would be buying shit all over the place. They're not like, oh, this like new Coinbase item, it's gonna get dumped on. That's my it's my contention to you. All right, let's move on.
Let's move on. There's a quick recap of the new Coinbase listed tokens. Let's have a look here. A couple comments I want to read. Let's see here. I see Ernest Agaya saying, I've been enjoying it all from Santa Cruz Beach, a nice chill Bitcoin pump.
Lucky.
Yes, lucky Ernest Agaya. I'm glad other people are enjoying. Glad other people are enjoying the summer. Moonshine Field, nice spicy move to 41K on Bitcoin. Yes, yes indeed. And finally, a lot of talk about shitcoins and their listings. GBU Professor Wally clarifies that I think the term is pareidolia when humans see Coinbase listings. Pareidolia when humans see Coinbase listings in every token. Yes, very apt. Let's hop into the next request. What do we have here? We have the likes of Hard Token Guardian in the DLive chat says, please look at Hard, H-A-R-D. What is H-A-R-D?
Well, that is slightly less vulgar than normal, so I will take it.
Slightly less vulgar than normal.
I see crypto is getting very sophisticated. I see us as right at resistance. So I'm not really interested in it in this spot. If we can close above $1.30, like actually close up there on the daily, then I think it could be a good trade. At that point, this would all be back on the table, and you could probably take it towards maybe $2.30, $2.35, somewhere up here. But that's only if we close up here, because right now it looks like we're just dumping volume up in this area, and we're going to break down, trade more in this area, trade more in this range. What's next?
All right, there is your look at the Hard token for Mr. Guardian in the live chat. Let's get into the next one. We have AMP. AMP for John Doe. Let's put this on screen here. They say, you guys think that AMP will have a correction in the next week? I'm looking for an entry.
Nice job.
Yes.
I mean, probably not.
Just saw the baby put up.
I don't see any sort of pullback anytime soon. Let's see if there's some more data somewhere, but it could very well, but it's not like the chart looks weak, so I would say most likely not. But it's also not an area like I wouldn't buy here either. Oh, interesting. AMP got listed this week on Coinbase too. Last week.
Yeah.
Someone's got to have more data for us. Okay, here we go. Well, I do have our next resistance level as roughly 10 cents and then 13.5 cents. We could get a pullback to retest 7.5 cents. Yeah, I don't know what time frame it might happen on. And then again, it's just maybe. Honestly, AMP looks strong here. I just don't see much reason to. I wouldn't be short it, that's for sure. What's next?
All right, Mr. I think was that for? That was for John Doe on YouTube requesting an entry for AMP. AMP looking hella strong. Maybe buy now and dip come next week. Good luck, Mr. John Doe, for that request. Let's get into this one for RJ Jamal. He wants us to throw him a bone here. This one should be relatively quick. He says, what's the best alt to buy right now with Bitcoin to stack sats? So he's asking any good BTC paired alt that you guys can come to mind right now.
I think you should just be in BTC.
Yeah,
I think you're going to lose sats if you try and get anything else.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin's the thing to look at, especially with dominance rising the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, look, the only things that did well today are things that got listing pumps, basically, and you just can't predict that, or at least I can't. Maybe you got a good source, and if so, hook me up. But for the rest of us, it's just there's just no way to predict that sort of thing. For right now, all the charts are saying that Bitcoin's the best choice. Maybe you don't throw away your Bitcoin by trying to buy alts outside of alt season.
Good point. RJ Jamal, maybe a futures contract is for you on Bitcoin while you stack some sats on the move up. My advice would also be join the premium. Catch that long signal our boys posted, I guess, yesterday. I'm not sure when that trade opened.
That was last week.
That was last week?
Was that Monday?
It was Sunday.
Either way, RJ Jamal, I wish you the best of luck in your stacking of the Bitcoins. Be sure to, well, you already do follow, subscribe, but maybe join the premium and get that signal nice and early, hot off the presses. Crypto Bull 21 wants to look at USDT, Polkadot USDT pairing.
Yeah, I see this, and to me, this just looks like a retest of the local point of control. I'd still be wanting to take this up to resistance around $30, which is, I think, what I said yesterday when asked about this. Yeah, yeah, nothing more to say. I would be looking for $30 here, and then maybe more pullback with the rest of the market, dependent on it. What's next? Earth to Jack.
Looks like you got CRV up next.
Sorry, I had to answer the door there. But I'm back, so let's dive into the next request. We have the CRV pair. Did Jason beat me to it? I guess he did, yes. Rot died on DLive. Wants to look at Curve Bitcoin, Curve USD.
I just don't like it. Hanging out at the local point of control. We're basically sideways here. Not really interested in it. Technically, you could try taking a continuation signal off of this if you wanted, but I just don't like it. It's not very strong. There's not very much momentum. Meh. There's better alts to take if you're going to take an alt. What's next? Or you could just take Bitcoin.
All right, so there is your look at Curve for Rot Died. Thank you for that one. A user by the name of 907 Alaska. This is not a request yet. It might be later. Can you check on the Alaska Bitcoin currency? What in the hell is Alaska Bitcoin currency? Is this a token? Crypto Bull, when you say this is a BSC token, a Binance Launchpad token, are you referring to this Alaska Bitcoin currency? Please clarify in the chat dear live users about this Alaska Bitcoin currency thing. I'll get back to that in a minute. In the meantime, let's introduce the next request. Also, a little reminder, we are opening that chest in under 20 minutes. Yeah, about 19 minutes to go to open the D-Live chest. Get your lemons ready, guys. Here we go. This next one, Crypto Bull 21 asking, is Doge going to tap that 5% spot after all? Yes, we predicted a huge decline in Doge. Might have been painted with a bit of bias and animus for Doge, but I don't know. Is Doge going to see a big tumble? We still have 5% on the, or sorry, 5 cents on the table.
It's really too soon to say. We're literally inside of the no trade zone. We're trading sideways. I don't know. Yeah, we just need more confirmation for anything. This is literally the definition of sideways. We're at the point of control. We're inside of our moving average. We're underneath the dead zone on our momentum. There's zero information right now. So we need to wait a little bit more before we do anything with it. What's next?
All right. Let's get into the next one. No, Crypto Bull was referring to the hard token being a BSC token. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Generally, some of these new meme tokens are all BSC listings. Hard, now a Binance Smart Chain Launchpad listing. All right, so we just took a look at this request for Crypto Bull for Doge. Let's get into the next one. Let's have a look here. Rhino TD says he's going to win again. The big lemon giveaway, that is. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Rhino TD. You're hard-pressed to win twice in a row, but we'll see. Boris Bitcoin wants to look at TOMO. All right, TOMO real quick.
There's another one I think we've got a long in that. Do we? No, it's Theta. I think. Now I got to check. Did we do TOMO? No, we didn't do TOMO. It was Theta. Okay. I knew it was a T something. TOMO looks pretty good here, especially if we can close at this price. We need to kind of close above $1.80. But I would put us pretty firmly in this trading range if we do. Yeah, at this point, if we were to close up in this area, I just want my horizontal lines back. I just want the normal horizontal lines back that I had. It's driving me insane.
Did it default to a different color?
Yeah, it's just the... There we go. I think I've got it here. At the very least, I can't tell the difference anymore, so that's good. It's no longer driving me crazy. Hopefully that does it. It feels like if we get over this area, it's got legs on it enough to go up to maybe around $2.50. Anything in this area. What's next?
Let's hop into a look at Luna. Boris Bitcoin requesting Luna token.
This isn't bad looking. I like that we've made it over our point of control in this area. We just might be a little late to the party. We're going to have a lot of resistance at $7.50, $8. This is a huge low volume node above there. You see, price really doesn't like to trade in this area. Basically, if Luna's worth more than $7.50, then Luna's worth more than $10. It's kind of like that's how the market feels. If it's not in this area, then it's got to be worth something up here. And then if it's not worth something like this, it's worth more like $7.50. Like the market, for whatever reason, the participants are just not super happy with this price area. What would it look like? I guess we could take this. Even take profit one would just be right at this other resistance area. This could still make sense. I mean, maybe we're not too late to it. It's a possibility, Boris. I'll put it on the list. Maybe. What's next?
All right, and there is Boris Bitcoin's requests crossed off the list. We're about 13 minutes to go for the chest opening. Let's get into the next request, or maybe I'll read a comment first. The user shilling this Alaska token. I have figured out what it is. It's Alaska Inu. That's right. Another Shiba Inu clone. This one, the Alaska Inu. Yes, one of the dog sledding doggies. I don't know what to make of it. Alaska user, hang on. We might take a look at it, but I assume this is just a shameless shilling of this new Inu token. I do appreciate your enthusiasm, but we got other requests to do first. So let's look at PolyB's request for Litecoin.
It's every other chart. We're basically right at the point of control. We're sideways. I don't want it. Is Litecoin Bitcoin telling us anything? Yeah, it's telling us to be in Bitcoin. What's next?
All right, there is your look at Litecoin. Let me add this coin to the request list. And all right, let's get into the next one. We have IOTA. CryptoBull21. Is IOTA dead these days? Seems like a good tech to be used with smart cars. Yeah, it seems like one of the applications at least was some smart card deployment. With that said, yeah, I haven't heard a lot about IOTA. What's the price chart say for its recent action?
It's every other chart, man. Yeah, I think we're going to move up towards resistance and then pull back. So if you're in it, I would look to get out near 165 and be a buyer near 75 cents, maybe 50 cents.
Hey Alex, I think you forgot to turn off your cement mixer.
Yeah.
Market must be about to go down.
Yeah, I don't think IOTA looks especially good here. It's just another shitcoin, man.
Just another shitcoin of many. Not much doing on IOTA. I did kind of do a quick Googling here to see what the latest developments over on IOTA are. A lot of repping of their low energy consumption, how little energy IOTA uses. All right, gonna have to bring more to the table than just energy friendliness narrative. All right. There's a look at IOTA. Thank you, Crypto Bull. At least we checked in on this one. This was honestly one of my first alts I think I bought way back in the day when I first got into crypto. I remember holding IOTA for a brief period of time back in 17. But yes, IOTA, ladies and gentlemen, that's in the bag. Polly B wants to look at ZRX. Less than 10 minutes to go now for that chest.
It's the same chart. I got nothing different to say for this. Be looking to get out. Either in this area or up here at the point of control near $1.50. And then prepare for one more leg down. Like everything else. What's next?
All right, heading into the next request. Let's see what we got here. We have RLC and Solana for all Infinity on YouTube. Yeah, let's take a look at RLC first.
RLC was the biggest gainer this morning before SHIB and everyone kind of stepped in here. This is actually not enough data. No, this is good. It's the other USD pairing. It's not good. My computer's lagging something fierce. Guys, I gotta restart here. Why don't you open the chest a little bit early while I restart?
Yeah, we'll carry the show forward for the next couple of minutes, guys. Let Alex restart his rig. We know how frustrating this can be, so yeah, Alex...
I can't even scroll around the screen.
No problem,
so let me do this, I'll be back.
Go do your restart. Restart that cement mixer of a rig. And we're going to check in on the meme channel here. See what's popping here. Here's Bears tossing $500 million. Is this MicroStrategy? Yes, I think this is Michael Saylor. Is this Michael Saylor? I think this is Michael Saylor. Alex still with us, or did he go to restart? He went off to restart. Gentlemen, how many of you start your day like this?
What, with the pumping down?
No, this particular meme here.
Yeah, I hate how far behind it is. I can never see it when you're looking at it.
Ronald McDonald, your full day at $15 an hour. Honestly, $15 an hour, is that what McDick's fucking employees are getting now? Wow, I am impressed.
Last time I went there, my lady got so pissed off because they gave us the wrong burgers. They didn't give us straws with our drinks, and like the sizes were wrong. She's like, "You guys want 15 an hour?"
Wow. Remind me not to get on her bad side. Yes.
She just hates like when the simplest things, like, this is your job. This is what you should do. Like, you can't complain about it if you can't even do it right.
That's right. Whether you're digging ditches or flipping patties, I guess you should do it with a passion.
Do it to the best of your ability, regardless of what you're doing. That will get you further in.
Yes, but have some respect and dignity, even if you involves getting dressed as Ronald McDonald in the morning in order to...
If you committed to doing the job, whatever it is, it's up to you to do it the best you can do it, regardless of whether it's digging a ditch or flipping a burger or whatever.
When I was 16, I worked for Planet Smoothie, and I wore the banana suit on the street.
Holy...
That is fantastic.
How far we've come.
I do have a picture of it somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah.
You're gonna have to get that out for sure.
You go
People
from...
thought it was brave. They're like, "Wow, so you're really wearing that outfit, aren't you?" It's like, "Yeah, I am."
Damn right I am.
Wow. I'm not sure.
I would be wearing this at home. Someone's gonna pay me to wear it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I would have worn it for free.
What would be worse? The Ronald McDonald outfit to work, or the banana suit from Planet Smoothie?
Were you spit in the signs?
You have to put on makeup for the banana suit.
Yeah, but I mean, the banana suit must be hottest in Florida weather.
Oh yeah, that I have blocked out a lot of that suffering from my memory, but yes, it was quite stifling.
Did you have one of those signs that you threw up and spun around?
I did have a sign. I did not spin it around. I let the outfit speak for itself.
Did they
just a lazy banana on the street corner?
Yeah, lazy banana. It's hot.
Did they?
Shit.
Oh, I bet it's hot as shit.
Did they comp you an ice cold banana refreshments?
I
Chocolate
got
banana
employee discounts. I mean, you get like a free smoothie a day if you want.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's food costs to be concerned about.
Big mistake. Yeah. Big mistake. The IRS. You probably never claimed any of those free smoothies as income, taxable income, even though it qualified as such. I think you're in trouble now. IRS is dispatching a drone your way as we speak. Well, all right, enough tomfoolery, guys. Enough banana smoothie talk. We got business to conduct here, guys. Shenanigans end now. We got to get into the last few requests, and the chest is going to open in about 3 minutes. Perfect. All right, so where were we? We were in our RLC iExec. Let's check out the RLC token. Yes, RLC.
Actually, is this... Here we go. This is actually a linear trend. I have it fixed on a different chart, but... I think this has legs right now. I'd be taking this back towards $6. Maybe a retest of $7. Let's put this back on log. Actually, I also really like this area for resistance right here. See, it's a nice flat area right here on our VPVR. Oh, it's also a point of control. Look at that. Yeah. I think I'd like to take this all the way back up towards $5 or so, and then look for a retest of the lows at least. But this is not a bad area to be picking up RLC from. The closer you can get it to $3, the better. I really like this area. This is very, very, very strong support. All this area right here. Anywhere you could buy it near $3, below $3, do it. You won't be sorry in the long term. I like it. See, so resistance here, turning into support, support. Push down here. So if we come down anywhere below $3, especially anywhere near $1.50, let's scoop that up. What's next?
All right, we have Solana as well for all infinity. Let's take a look at Solana, and a minute to go for the chest opening, just under. Stand by for that one, guys. Going to put some tokens in the chest for you now.
Continuation long signal today. How do I feel about it? Probably good for a retest of the highs, I think. I would be looking for maybe $50 at this point. I kind of like this one because this gives us several different places where we might want to exit. First of all, of course, if we get an exit signal on time transformation, then that's a good place to exit. If we cross below the uptrend, that's a good place to exit. If we cross below this horizontal support, that's a good place to exit. If for whatever reason somehow we end up below the daily baseline, we don't even have to wait for the daily baseline because all these things will have us out before we get anywhere near the daily baseline, unless we move down so strongly that we just clear all of those. At which point, we just get stopped out, and that's kind of poker. That's how it goes. There's nothing here to suggest that we would get just this instant rejection from this area. So, on the other hand, I look at this and it's kind of like buying at resistance. Mm-hmm. You think about it, this area: support, resistance again, I would really love to just see a retest of $20 on Sol. That's where I really want to be a buyer of Sol. $20.
All right, $20 Sol buy there, guys. I'm going to take a quick intermission here to deploy the lemons. Thank you for hanging on. Here come the lemons now, just to give everybody a good heads up. Keep your eye on the distribution, because I'm clicking it now. So by the time you hear this prompt, you're going to get your lemons. Click it. Click the claim now. Don't hesitate. Claim your lemons. Get them in now. Claim, claim, claim. All right, enough banana talk. Let's get to lemons. Actually, forget the lemons. Let's get into the next token.
Which is?
Which would be, let's take a gander over here at the request line.
KCS.
Right on
KCS.
Rice. David Rice, yes. KCS USDT. Let's go check in on the giveaway. All right, quickly.
All right.
Gonna announce a few of the lemon winners today. 565 whoppers of lemons given away today. Rhino TD with 112 lemons coming in first. Well, Rhino, you called it. You called it, Rhino TD. You milked it. You're officially gonna get bestowed the status of Turk Lemon Milker. Crypto Bull 21 with 64 lemons. Electric the 47. Any Word with 37, and Revolution with 31 lemons. Thanks to everyone who participated. There are your lemons. Let's get into yes, it was KCS. Alex, please to tell.
Still looking to get out around $10. I don't particularly like this setup. You were just looking for a retest of resistance. Remember that we have we've broken this uptrend on this one right here. And this is like the most generous uptrend that I could give it, you know? It includes all this. So we've broken below this. Boom, boom. We're outside of the uptrend. Sure, we're testing resistance, but we're looking to break down. Probably back towards maybe back towards $3. We'll extend this back out. We'll see what happens with this area. It's either here or, you know, the other option is all the way back near $1.75, $1.50. But probably this area. What's next?
All right, let's get into the next one. Closing minutes of the show. Only a couple requests still left on the board. This next one is for Goblin Moblin on YouTube. He wants to look at UBX USDT pairing, UBX Ethereum pairing, both on KuCoin. So let's start with UBX on KuCoin.
Okay. This kind of looks like every other chart that we've been looking at, except vaguely worse. You know, on lower time frames, when I look at it, this feels more like consolidation and with the potential for like a move up here, because we've pushed down into this area several times here and haven't made much headway. I just kind of wait for a move off of the bottom before I took it. I would just want confirmation. But it's not necessarily a bad spot. Okay, so I remember this. You brought this to me several weeks ago, back in early May, and I said that you should wait because we could drop down into this area. I still feel like we could maybe drop down into this area.
Yeah, I hate it when I see like V bottoms like that not tested.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm feeling about with like the rest of the market right now. Especially, I really think that we have a test down just to close that gap that we gapped up on, but I don't know whether that's going to happen before or
What are you
after
talking about?
I'm talking about the CME on Bitcoin just in general.
Okay. You got to specify, man. We've been looking at charts all day.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, in the sense of the lower boundary on that last chart that you were looking at. Shit, sorry. It just, I know that there's a lower boundary that we haven't quite tested. Litecoin, you can see it pretty obviously as well.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, either we need a bigger movement off of the bottom, or we need to actually, boom, fall onto this bottom before I take it. Because right now we're just still kind of sideways, so we don't have confirmation yet, and we've got an exit signal, so plenty of reasons not to take this. What's
All
next?
right, shout outs to Goblin Moblin sitting sideways
Not a very good close on the hourly for Bitcoin if it closes like this.
Yeah, suddenly big sharp turnaround. But
pretty hard there.
Fingers crossed. But in the meantime, one of the final requests of the day. A few minutes still left in the show. We have Right on Rice, David Rice on D Live. Want to take a guess what he's requesting? It's the fun token. Nope, fun. He says, what's fun been up to? Well, checking the chart. I'll tell you right now.
Sideways for a month.
Yeah, and Jesus, when I look at that chart, I just feel like you got another stab to the downside.
I don't know. We're a little oversold on the weekly. Movement towards resistance around 2.5 cents, and then big dump down towards 0.8 of a cent. This area right here. What's next?
All right, next request. We'll get into that very shortly. I see a few people saying the crazy chicken boy. Wow, the chest didn't even open here. Pretty crazy. Yeah, D-Live can be a little finicky. First off, if you're on mobile, I find that the prompt really sucks for coming up on mobile for some reason. No idea why. Much better when you're on desktop in your browser. If you also don't see the prompt when you're expecting it to show up, sometimes refreshing your D-Live window just as that prompt comes up does help jig the thing open. So just a little reminder, if you missed today's chest opening prompt, try those tricks for tomorrow. You know how we do, giving away fat lemon sacks every day here on the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. All right, banana is power. Banana is power, says ETH1. Somebody said they'd be singing Peanut Butter Jelly Time if they were you in the suit.
That was not a thing yet. I'm old enough that was not yet a meme.
You're old enough to be familiar with that, are you?
Peanut Butter Jelly Time. Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
That was pretty big. I remember even in high school that was a thing. So you might have coincided perfectly with the with your time, with your stint.
No, but not with the wearing the banana outfit with it. That's a Family Guy meme, and that's from the late 2000s.
All right.
The year was 07 when...
Nah, Peanut Butter Jelly Time was a thing back like in '99. It was one of the earliest internet memes. I don't know. Maybe Family Guy copped it from the internet.
Was it a You're the Man Now Dog meme?
You're the Man Now Dog was great. You remember that YTMND website? That was huge. That was super huge at the time. All right, enough nostalgia.
Proto memes.
Yes, exactly.
Remember Steak and Cheese?
Steak and Cheese. Oh, isn't that a website or something? That was like a gag.
It was
gag
a
channel.
website from a long time ago that had just awful videos.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of in the vein of E-Bomb's World. And
but really gross ones.
Really gross ones. All right. Well, let's keep the steak and cheese off the show.
Long.
I don't know. E-Bomb's World had a lot of disgusting stuff. They had the BME Pain Olympics and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, the Pain Olympics. I remember when that got passed around.
Wow. All right. Enough nostalgic talk. We got a couple requests still left on the board, and just 5 minutes left in the show. Plenty of time to knock out one of these last ones here. This one comes from Tomas Anzelis. on YouTube, please review ATA, please. ATA. What is ATA? Attaboy? ATA coin. ATA. It's Automata Network.
It's new. It's gonna dump. Get the fuck out. What's next?
Yeah.
Ethereum-based token, top trading pairs, all on Binance. Get out.
Yeah, you're gonna get dumped on. Get out. What's next?
Gonna get dumped on. Get out. Stay out. But thank you for bringing Attaboy to our attention. Okay. Too new, too hot. We don't play with fire around here. Let's take a look at ETH1's request. This is the final one on the board, guys. It's BNB, please, he says.
Just trading sideways, right at resistance. Nothing really for us to be doing right now. And BNB, Bitcoin, I imagine, is going to be telling us the same thing.
We're still in a short from there.
Bitcoin, it says. Why are you looking at alts? It says. So yeah, the BNB chart says B in Bitcoin. So B in Bitcoin. See, that's what BNB stands for. Get it? All right, good. Thanks, guys.
I don't think it does.
Break new bottoms, is that what it stands for?
B in Bitcoin, I guess.
Yeah, like tearing someone a new one.
Airbnb. Surprised they haven't jumped on that.
All right. I'm sorry. Did you complete your thoughts on BNB?
Yeah, I said get out.
Oh, get out. There you go.
Be in Bitcoin.
Be in Bitcoin. Yes. Get out. Get to the dollar. All of that jazz. Let's take a look here, guys. That's the last request on the board. I'm going to read a couple of your comments, and we're going to wind things down. David Rice says, drop them all and out. I am out on D-Live. All right, David Rice. You smashed, you grabbed the lemons, and you got out. Thank you for your stay today, David. Rhino TD says goodbye. All right, Crazy Chicken Boy, must be that. I'm on mobile right now. Yeah, it's a D-Live app on mobile. Kind of sucks. I don't know what to tell you, at least when it comes to the chest, at least. Let's see here. Electric, a bunch of boomers in here. I assure you, my man, I am no boomer, but relative to
halfway there.
Yeah, relative to you, I can understand why. I guess when we're talking about E-Bomb's world and steak and cheese, and what's next? Newgrounds? Are we going to revisit Newgrounds?
That was good. I was on that the other day.
Newgrounds is classic. I can't believe it's still around. The Street Fighter remix, that shit was hilarious.
And that's why I went back there to watch it.
Oh boy. Let's have a look here.
This one today, huh?
If time, can we look at DBO specifically? I'm wondering what a good exit may be according to the TA, says Revolution. Well, if Alex feels very generous and finds it in his heart, maybe he can look at DBO for you, but I'm not sure if there's really... All right, Alex, very generously looking at DBO.
Well, at this point, next exit is near the last all-time high, man. So around, or last high, I guess it's not an all-time high. I guess it doesn't make sense to exit here because this is in the middle. I guess I would really be looking to exit near $15, I suppose. It certainly looks like a real breakout here, so I would just keep holding on. But yeah, so 13.75 and then 15. But I feel like 13.75 is going to be where we're going to end up above there, inside of this area. Okay.
All right, there you have it. Thank you, Revolution, for that late last-second request with a DBO. Glad we could field that for you at the last minute, but we got to wind things down. This is where I hide the request line and put up a couple ads on the bottom. Perfect. Last but not least, let's read a few more comments. ETH1 says, thank you, guys. Rhino TD, cheers, gents, for a good show. Thank you so much. Crypto Bull thinks BNB stands for better not buy. Yes, cool. Good call. Let's see here.
Comment your best acronym of BNB.
I think Turk radar is flashing an alarm here. Sabops on D-Live, you have been identified as a potential interloper. We will be dispatching a drone your way. Daniel, what are your thoughts on GUH? What is GA? What is GA token? We'll check them down tomorrow, but just out of curiosity, seriously, what the hell is GUH? GUH goes up higher. Wow. Clever. Real funny. Real funny. Goes up higher coin. Doesn't have a coin mark.
It's going to make you say when you get rug pull.
Yes. GA. Yes. GA is about all you will be able to utter when this thing's rug gets pulled out from under you. Very correct. Wow, B-Flow, your comments are too funny. Boomers, LOL. Yes, these were certainly not boomers, but I do appreciate it. That kind of hurts. Tomas over on YouTube says, thank you. My friend showed me Newgrounds because he liked the electronica, says Bricks. Did he show you Newgrounds back in the day, or did he show you Newgrounds recently? I can't believe this site is still around. Goblin Moblin, thanks for looking at UBX. No problem. Revolution says, thank you. Alaska 907, free monies. Not quite, but thank you, Mr. Alaska. Take care, everyone, says Crazy Chicken Boy. Thanks for the show, says Electric. Mr. Ether, great show, guys. Thank you, Mr. Ether. Awesome edutainment. Thanks, guys, says Dave Rice. Taz Blitz says thank you. And Thomas finally asks, where do you think Bitcoin will close today? Tough call. I say right around here, 40.5, 41K maybe. Come on, yeah, Bitcoin.
We just need it to close above 40K. That's all Bitcoin needs today.
Big psychological around 40K. Please, Bitcoin, do your thing. I think we've crawled out of the worst so far. We'll see how the month of June unfolds. But that's it for the Tuesday edition of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Once again, I thank you guys so much for kicking it with us for another 2-hour installment in everyone's favorite crypto podcast. We have to move now. Finally, just going to mention premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. It's where you can find all our premium content. You can check out our education material, our Pathways to Profit course, access our proprietary indicators on TradingView, signals, premium community. Man, so much goodies if you just check out premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Go from retail sucker to retail trader WizKid. If you do check out some of our premium education material, a whole world of opportunity awaits. Premium.crackingcrypto. Finally, discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Join the Discord channel. We are working hard on alleviating all these infiltrators, all these bots that come through our channel. We're working on that, but beyond that, it's still one of the best crypto Discord servers.
There's literally nothing more we can do about the bots. I just want to make that perfectly clear. The only thing we could do is turn off DMs. We've done literally everything else there is. So we're not working on the problem because there's nothing more to be done with it. So I just don't want people to get the idea that it's going to get better, because it's not.
I mean, it's been good. It's been good as of late, but then today we've seen a big uptick. So I don't know, did something fail in the countermeasures?
One day where the spammers hit extra hard, you get so hysterical over stuff like this.
They all woke up today.
I like to. I like to think that Ben might be back, because Ben is on holiday right now. When Ben gets back, maybe there's something he has to do. Maybe he has to just kind of punch the side of the countermeasure unit, and maybe it'll keep these guys out.
Unit working just fine. I can see it in the background.
All right.
Other Discords too, guys. It's just a big day for spammers.
Big day for spammers. All right, guys. Nonetheless, this doesn't take away from the best Discord crypto server out there. Discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com is your home for Discord crypto content. With that said, we got to move to wrap. It's been a great show. I thank you guys one last time. Much love to you all. Final words to our analysts.
The person who said just more manual mods would not work either. They put on like 100 to 200 on the server at a time. I've sat there and tried to ban them by hand, and they come in faster than you can. So it's just there's no more solutions. We've been doing this for years now, dealing with the same problem. So I promise you, we've tried it all.
Yes, it's very frustrating. Maybe one day we can launch a Discord alternative that runs on crypto, some kind of proof of liquidity, user ID system, something where you got to put your coins. Got to put your coins where your ID is, and in order to, assure everyone you're the real thing. Still something that needs to be solved on the internet. Maybe crypto and private networks could be the future, but that's a story for another day. Gonna peace out from here. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.
Thank you all.
Trade safely, guys. See you tomorrow.